So while conducting certain lab experiments which involve the mixing of acid and water, we often get confused whether to add acid into water or water into acid. So what is the real order, or does the order really makes a difference? So it does. It is highly recommended that always add acid into water. The reaction between acid and water is exothermic reaction. So a large amount of heat is released whenever an acid is added into the water. The temperature of the reaction mixture gets increased. So this is the proof that that reaction is exothermic. When we add acid into the water, it sinks. So any wild and crazy reactions have to get through the water or beaker to get to you. So dilute solutions causes less splashing. So this means that since the acid is denser than the water, so when that acid is dropped into the water with the help of a dropper, then those acid molecules get deep into the water, and when that reaction occur, the heat is released, but that splashing is reduced because more number of water molecules now are surrounding that acid molecule. So with this there is less splashing observed. So if the splashing is more, then there are chances that the acid droplets may come in contact with your skin, and since those acid droplets are corrosive in nature, then they may cause skin burns. So it is highly recommended that always add acid into the water. So what happens if water is added into the acid? Now, as you may see here, that the beaker contains a concentrated solution of acid. When the water is since less dense than the sulfuric acid, so if you pour water on the acid, the reaction occurs on the top of the liquid. Just like the oil droplets, as the oil drop, you can observe that if we mix the water and the oil, then the oil droplets will keep staying on the water surface because they are less denser. Similarly, since the water is less denser than the acid, so the water molecules will remain on the surface of that acid. Now since this reaction is exothermic, if the reaction occur on the surface of the acid, then the chances of splashings become greater, and there is a possibility that those acid droplets may come in contact with your skin. So since there is the concentrated solution of acid in a larger amount, so greater exothermic reaction is possible and greater splashing will be observed. So it is not recommended to add water into acid, but to add acid into the water. So remember this order with the help of a mnemonic AA, that means always add acid.